Hey folks, welcome to the collectible guide. We're going to be taking a look at a bunch of collectibles, everything that we haven't already looked at. The very first thing I want to show you is a problem that I ran into with the collectibles. You're going to come to a point in this story where you're going to get a call from your mother, and she's going to say she wants to come over to your house, but she's only going to come over if you decorate your house first. When you get this call, whatever you're doing, drop everything, decorate your house, and let her come and visit you, okay? So you want to put down something on the floor, you want to put some paintings on the walls, you want to put some chairs in, some miscellaneous objects, you want to leave your house and come back. This is very important. This is the only missable thing in the entire game right now. When you come back and she's there, talk to her until she gives you the family portrait. The reason I'm saying this at the beginning, and I'm pointing this out now, is because currently, and again, this game's been out for 6-7 months, this is kind of a glitch that's in the game that the developers know about and they talked about fixing months and months ago. Okay, if you don't get the family portrait from her at this point, you will never get it from her, and that's one piece of decor that you will never be able to get, and so you'll miss out on the final trophy for getting all the decor. There are 223 pieces of decor that you need to collect, 130 pieces of litter, and 120 clothing pieces, outfit pieces. If you want to know where the litter is, if you're missing that last piece of litter, talk to Spinach right outside of Dinners, and he will tell you what screens in what region are still filled with litter. So this video is going to pick up from where the rest of the collectible videos ended. You should have already collected all 40 of the lost kittens. You should have already done the Postal Service and Such Great Heights trophies by delivering all the mail from Dinners. And you should also have completed all 14 outfits, or 7 outfits, 14 clothing pieces for the Oats challenges. The little sheep that's in the Luncheon cafe who tells you to collect 2 pieces of clothing and put them together. From Oats, you're going to get, I think it's 8 different sunglasses. And so everything you're seeing here is stuff that I've collected through either the Oats challenge or as rewards for the Postal Service challenges and all those other things. We will take a look at a lot of the ones that I already picked up as we walk by them. You'll see the name of it on the screen there, or I may even select it from the dress up menu and show you which one I pick up. But I'll definitely point those out at least by text. This is the guy who runs the Luncheon cafe. This was the very first person I ran into in the game, and he allowed me to make a custom tee. And so that is one of the pieces that we already have. This is one of the first 32 pieces that we already had. The brim cap as well was something that I had collected just by walking around the Luncheon area and talking to that burly squirrel there. I can't remember his name. Everybody's got names that resemble food. There's the pocket jacket that was part of the Oats challenge. That's where that's located. We're going to look at a couple of those areas, and then we're going to kind of continue around Luncheon and collect a lot of the other pieces that we still haven't gotten yet. So you'll see some areas that are already collected, and then you'll see me collect probably, so it's 120 pieces altogether. I collected 32 pieces, or 31, because I counted the 32nd as the hair. the none selection in the dress up menu, which is just your character's hair. I also went into Beans. Beans gave us, I believe, the headband, and that was, I think, a reward for the Lost Kids, unless we get it from Beans during the Postal service, perhaps. Either way, if you've completed both those things, you'll already have the headbands. So this is something you're going to start seeing happening even here in Luncheon. Some of the plants are going to sparkle when you get close to them. If you paint them, then a gift will appear. There's also one right there, that flower right there, but we're going to have to get close to it. I had to slow this down just so you could see the way that I went. I'm going to walk right by the beanie that I collected for the arts challenge right there. Okay, that's why I slowed it down so you could see it. Again, as we uncover another gift, I should point out that this game was captured directly on the PS4 for these collectible guides. I did my playthrough through the Elgato, but these guides, there's so many things to collect. I don't have enough room on my laptop to collect those things. Ignore this. I'm looking through pictures thinking I was looking for something else. But because I captured it on the PS4, there is a watermark at the top left of the screen. It looks kind of like a black and white symbol. You'll see it from time to time. There's some litter back here, which is also blocked by the watermark. So I've put a sticker in front of it, and I'm going to use that to put text on what we're collecting at the time, and I will move it out of the way when it's useful to show where something is. There's some litter, but for the most part, the sticker is going to be up in the corner here. My hope is that, I mean, I have gone through this and tried to make sure that everything was visible. Unfortunately, when you're playing the game, you don't know what that watermark is going to block. So there's a couple things that are going to be a little hard to see, but we'll move that sticker out of the way if it helps a few times during this video and a lot more in the second video. This is going to be a two-part video. As I said, there are 130 pieces of litter, 120 pieces of clothing to collect, 223 decor. There's some litter there. Once you complete the Lost and Found and Kitten Caboodle trophies, I should have said those the other way around. Kitten Caboodle first for finding the first 4 kittens, and then Lost and Found for finding all 40 kittens. You will get 130 pieces of decor from Beans. So that will start you off on a nice block of that taken care of. This is where I found the sun hat, by the way. Oh no, I was putting these on because I decided at that point I was going to change into whatever clothing I discovered from here on out. I don't know why I picked the sun hat. I think that was probably what I wore at the end of the Oats challenge, and I figured that was a good way to do it. So we're going into Yum Cave now. I'm going to show you where the moon tea was. It was over there. Another Oats challenge. Just keep watching the screen. The whole video will be at double time because there will be times where I will be standing there. There's round glasses, standing there kind of figuring out, checking my notes. Sometimes I'll pause for a second to figure out where I'm going next or make sure I didn't miss anything. So I figured speeding it up surprisingly was perfect for 2 hours of footage at double speed. Cord coats down here. We're still in Yum Cave. We're going to come out the other end of Yum Cave. So 130 pieces of decor from Beans, and then you'll pick up another about 15 pieces of decor throughout the story, and after you accomplish a couple other things. We got a piece of litter from a spider when you do the Postal Service. We got Chicory painted us a painting. We got, I think, some brush flowers. We got chicory plants from Basil, and later on you'll see us get that's where the sun hat was for the Oats challenge. Later on you'll see me get 3 pieces, 3 flowers from the koala. I can't remember the koala's name, but who we help decorate. There's a couple later on, much later on, you'll see me do some decorating challenges. There are 3 places where you need to decorate an area properly in order to get an item. I think it's a decor item for most of them, if not all of them. I know you get a couch from the worm that's in dinners. You get flowers from the koala when you decorate his area with plants. And the third one is your house, your own house, when your mom comes to visit, so that you can get the family portrait. So those 3 definitely do, but you're going to also want to decorate other areas, namely the beach in Brecky, and there's also an area there's a resort in the northwestern corner. I cannot remember what that area is called. Can't remember. Anyway, there's a resort there where you have to solve a mystery, and you have to use your camera to take pictures of something called squeeze. Well, the owner of the resort will also tell you to decorate the presidential suite. Unfortunately, you don't get anything as a reward for that. So, you can choose whether or not you want to do that. I did. You're not going to lose anything by doing it. But what you want to do is you want to decorate whenever possible, and it even helps to put down a couple pieces of furniture, usually something that people will sit in. In a couple other places, I end up putting, I think, a couch and a chair in the middle of dinners. And the reason I do this, you'll see when you decorate an area, and especially if you put a nice assortment of chairs or things that people can sit in, Pistachio, the turtle, will show up. And what you want to do is make Pistachio show up in 4 different places. The first time Pistachio shows up, they will congratulate you on your decorations. And then I think the second time they'll say, hey, you keep decorating, maybe I'll have something for you. Next time you see me, I'll have something for you. And the third time, he will, he or she, it's hard to determine whether or not any of these animals have genders, which is fine. They will offer you half of an outfit. It's actually a mascot outfit. They have the body done, and they'll offer you to either take the body only and get the head the next time, or to wait and get both pieces the 4th time that you see Pistachio. It doesn't matter what you choose. I chose to take the body as soon as I could get it, because I wanted to collect these outfit pieces. But and then finally, the 4th time you see Pistachio, they'll give you the head of the mascot. And that was actually the last piece that I needed in this playthrough. So you will see that in the second video. That will be one of the last trophies that I get. But the very last trophy I will get is the Decor trophy. Finishing the Decor, getting all 223 pieces, because the family portrait, I never got the family portrait in my first run. As I mentioned before, this is why I sped up the video. I'm gabbing away and I'm collecting all these outfits, and I'm not really paying attention. Hopefully I didn't miss some kind of note that I wanted to mention. Anyway, very important that you get that family portrait when it's available. The developers apparently knew about the problem, and I saw in a Steam forum that they were planning on creating a fix for that, but that was many months ago, and I don't know if they ever fixed it for the PC version. And I can tell you for sure they did not fix the PS4 version, because that's exactly what happened to me. I was not able to replicate my mother, the mother showing up at the house and giving the family portrait. Doesn't matter. I spent literally 2.5 hours one night going back and forth to my house, to the family's house, to other places. I kept decorating. I kept putting chairs down. I saw Pistachio about 8 times show up in different places, and my mother showed up a few times. I say my mother, but the mother of your character showed up quite a few times, but never gave the family portrait. So I had to start all over again, and I needed to collect all 223 pieces of decor for the trophy. So I had to do everything over again, which means collect all the litter, because you need litter to buy half the decor. I needed to do all the side quests because you get certain pieces of decor for doing those. I had to do the whole story, which you have to do anyway in order to get all of the abilities. It was such a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping that somebody watches these collectible videos and knows before they go into it, too far into it, that that's definitely something that can happen. We're collecting the black dress here. This is, I think this is Nibble Tunnel. If I haven't shown it already, I probably did because I have not been paying attention. Nibble Tunnel you'll go through in, I think it's like chapter 2. You'll have to rescue a little mouse. And when you come out of the tunnel after rescuing them, you have to draw a line of like glowing paint in order to lead them out of the tunnel. That's why you see some green glowing paint here. When you come out, they will give you the kerchief. It's another clothing piece that we already have. Oh yes, yeah, we're getting close to where we meet up with the mouse. And I do apologize. I should have written down some of these names of these characters. There's so many characters, and it's hard. This is where the kerchief is, obviously from Turnip. There I did. I write it down. It's hard to keep them straight. They all have names of food, and they're all adorable animals, and they all have personalities, and they're fun. Just a really fun group of characters that they've created for this game. So I'm gonna probably stop talking for the moment, and I'll probably also go back and listen to what I already said and make sure I didn't miss anything, in case I need to delete this entire 18 minutes of commentary. But I will come back much later when there's something worthwhile talking through. This is another Oats challenge item that I collected. You should also, obviously, as I mentioned in the previous videos, don't even bother collecting this stuff until you have all your abilities. I mean, you can certainly collect as you go along. I'm heading towards the Wielder. It's not the dungeon. What is it called? The Wielder temple, right there. Yeah, the temple entrance. Once you get to the temple entrance in chapter 2 or 3. You're not going to necessarily want to go through that area again. So if you can get to all the litter and all the outfit pieces that are there, you may as well collect them. I waited because I wanted to make these videos. I waited until I had everything else done, and then I started collecting all the litter and all the outfits, and buying all the decor with the litter for this video. But Again, 223 pieces of decor, 130 pieces of litter, and that's the hardest thing to keep track of, and 120 pieces of clothing. I would suggest, if you're going to collect anything before the end, that you take good notes, write everything down, because it's going to be very hard to keep track of what you have and don't have, especially litter. Because you can look up in your dress up menu and see if you have, what was the last item we got? A beret, perhaps, or the dress we're wearing. You can look that up, but you can't look up which pieces of litter you collected. You can talk to Garlic, is it? Is that the name of the old pelican or whatever that thing is? To find out where there's litter, but there is 130 pieces of litter all over the map, so it's a lot to find. There are a couple resources online that might help you, and I'll probably be putting one of those into the trophy guide once we finish these videos. I'll be working on that next. And there's one that's a pretty decent checklist that I've been using, but it's not perfectly accurate, and it doesn't count some of the items that you get from some of the NPCs and during the story and things like that. So it's not perfectly accurate, but at least it'll help you get 98% of the collectibles. So I'll sign off for now, and I'll come back on when there's something important to say. And hopefully this helps you. But we'll talk soon. I'll be back. This is an example of the watermark getting in the way. The litter is right there in the corner. It's impossible for me to show it to you, unfortunately, with the watermark. But there was litter number 20. Just wanted to point that out. 21's also right under the watermark, or at least under the sticker, but there you go. As we are entering 11Z's area, I'm reminded of something that I should probably point out. I did mention this in the cartographer trophy guide, which is much more about Radish's story, which we will be looking at the very end of the second collectible video, because it is an important part. It actually is the thing that gets me the platinum in this run, or I should say the second run. But either way, I do want to point out that just like spinach helps us out with the litter, telling us where the litter is, Radish's mother, Beetroot, will inform you where some of her favorite outfit pieces are. So if you're missing something, you can talk to her, and the old woman, I guess you could call her, Beetroot, will tell you where to look for some clothing items. So she's a good resource to use if you're kind of lost on where to find something. Obviously, I would prefer you use this guide, but if you want some quick hints, or maybe you want to figure things out on your own, and you want just a little bit of a push, a nudge to figure out where you need to go, talk to Beetroot in the house that is at the bottom of Sips River, on the right bank of the river. It's kind of around the corner, down and around, I would say, on the right side, after you exit the Sips River area, probably. Yeah, Beetroot will tell you where the clothing is, and Spinach, that bird, will tell you where the litter is. And I thought there was another clue thing. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, it's not a very good resource because it actually kind of makes matters worse. There is an exchange, a clothing exchange you can do. I don't even remember where it's located. I had it part of the video, but I had to take it out in order to get this under 60 minutes so that I could upload it straight from Share Factory to YouTube, because you can't upload something if it's longer than 60 minutes. But there is a place you can go where, if you're looking for an outfit, you can exchange one of the outfits that you have, and they will bring you the outfit that you couldn't find, and you'll exchange it. The problem with that is they don't tell you where they found it, and then the item that you traded will now be hidden in that same area. So it's not very helpful. And if you're not playing this game for trophies, I love this beard. I love this beard on the character. It looks great. If you're not playing for trophies and you really want a specific outfit, just so you can mess around in the world of Picnic and just look like a certain character or whatever, then you can use that resource. But as far as trophies and as far as collectibles and as far as getting everything 100% done here, I would say avoid exchanging any outfits with, I think it's like a lizard or a salamander or some kind of reptile that is like wearing a leather jacket, and he's got some friends with him, and they go steal the outfits that you can't find. As I mentioned before, we are recording this after completing the story 100%, so we can climb up, we can swim up waterfalls when we need to, and we will be doing some of that pretty soon. We're also very close to one of the Wielder trial areas, so I might as well mention that one while I have you. The Wielder trial areas will not show up on your map, so when you see me show the map and it kind of has a question mark, kind of like it did when we were in the Wielder temple, you're just going to unfortunately have to follow along from the point where we start the trial area and work your way either up or down or around, because there's 4 trial areas and they're on all 4 corners of the map. The northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest corners. They are, I think, Desert Peak and Brunch Canyon. There is not Brunch, some other, the Banquet Rainforest. That's the southeastern one, and the Spoon Island is the southwestern one. So all 4 of those areas are a little bit off the map. Oh, very important right there. There's that little kangaroo and some other little animal friend. I accidentally talked to them the first time I arrived in this area, and they told me to paint the screen. I was like, sure, I'll paint the screen. And then they got bored, but my reward was a piece of litter. So I did get a piece of litter that you do not see here. I got it from Olive, the little kangaroo there, just to make that clear. I was gabbing away earlier when we walked by the cave that the spider gave us another piece of litter, and we didn't even go into the cave. During the Postal Service challenge, I guess you could call it, when you're delivering mail, you're going to deliver it to a spider that was in one of those caves in Supper Woods, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Supper Woods. It's got a weird name, a name that was a food I've never heard of. I think it might be actually a Mexican or Spanish cuisine name. So I think it started with a Q, it had an X in it, I think. I don't know. Quexotlis, I don't know. Anyway, the spider that you deliver mail to during the Postal Service trophy and the Such Great Heights trophy, when you're delivering the pieces of mail for Artichoke, that spider is going to give you a piece of litter. Basil also gave us a piece of litter, but that was here on the video. And I think that was it. There was 4. I had 4 pieces of litter before I started collecting for this video. So yeah, it's about 4 right there. So hopefully that was clear enough. So if you're getting confused, hopefully that helps. Okay, so I'll be back when there's something else to talk about. I also wanted to point this out to you. These two red pandas or squirrels or whatever the heck they are, they show you 4 pictures of areas on the map, and they circle on the picture. So what you need to do is you need to go to those spots and paint that circled area until a gift shows up. It's not going to sparkle or anything. That's your only clue. I think one of those was already in the video, and I think I probably failed to point it out at the time. But the other 3 will be later. I think it's Tea Time Meadows and Brecky are pretty much the 2 locations we're going to be fulfilling. That there must be like 1/3 area, because I think they're all in different areas. Oh, it's along one of these rivers. There's like 3 of those bushes in kind of a formation, and inside the middle of those, you'll see like if we haven't gotten it already, you'll see it. But I just wanted to make sure that was understood, because I know that happens kind of fast, and you missed the dialogue a little bit there, and it was a conversation I had already had with them, so they were just reviewing the conversation. So look out for those 4 items that you won't be able to just stumble upon with sparkliness or see a gift there. You have to know where the locations are and paint them in order to make the gift appear. So with that, we're almost exactly halfway with all our collectibles. We're definitely halfway with the litter. Well, close to it. And we will pick it up in the second half of the video. See you there.